This week on In the Loop, Denver talks to a very selfless barber who's doing good for the community.
Have we had a close encounter with the third kind, or have we been fooled?
And Farron goes on a bit of a messy adventure.
Welcome to In the Loop. G'day and welcome to our final episode of In the Loop. I'm your host, Nathan Keevan, and joining me yet again tonight is the sensational Alex Leon. And the heartbreaker himself, Devin Ordia. And our special guest this week, friend and intellectual Brandon Loftus. Now, being the last show, we've got something special planned, a new segment that we'll introduce to you all a little bit later on. We also have quite an exciting story from Farron Bish, our roaming reporter. Now, Farron, what have you got for us tonight?
Hey guys, you might have noticed that I'm sporting quite a unique makeup look tonight, and you can find out why later in the show.
Thanks, Farron. You look interesting, to say the least. I hope you're okay, though. Guys, big show, last show for the season, I guess. What do you guys think? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I know.
Let's enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's got a good show coming
Let's
up.
have some fun. All right, anyway, first up, Alex, I believe you've got some news about some shonky products.
Indeed, I do. A potentially dangerous smartphone, misleading health food claims, shrinking products, and bottled air have been deemed shonky in Choice's annual awards. Kellogg's, Amex, Cash Converters and Camel Milk Victoria, just to name a few, were some of the companies recognised at the Consumer Organisation's Shonky Awards in Sydney this week. From Samsung releasing over 50,000 faulty smartphones into the market, to Nestle dressing up Milo as a health food, this year's winners are the worst of the worst. Milo's 4.5 health star rating has prompted Choice to accuse Nestle of health washing. The tin's fine print reveals that health rating is calculated only by mixing Milo with skim milk. Also receiving an award is Vanish Stain Remover, which comes in an eye-catching pink bottle that represents a fast-action money removal strategy. That is nothing short of genius. Guys, some of these products come from brands that I guess I've trusted always. Have these companies really earned these shonky awards, or do you think that they are truly disguising bad products with clever marketing?
I think it's a mixture of both here. I want to go back to the Milo thing. For me, I think that's very deceiving. You know, health star ratings are very shonky, to say the least, in general. And to see teams like Nestle overcome that by, you know, kind of blurring the lines there with, you know, skim milk for the Milo itself to make it a 4-star rating, I think that's very strange. Brendan, what do you think?
I find it interesting, the array that the list of products, you know, it ranges from Milo and unhealthy food to Samsung's exploding phones. I wonder who had the choice in the matter there.
Well, that's right. I mean, we had 50,000 smartphones recalled last year. I mean, that's an absurd amount, and it comes back to these shonky products. I mean, are customers informed properly? Alex, what do you think?
It's sneaky, hey. So, for example, Pringles have dropped their price by 10 cents. They used to be $4.10, now they're $4. And they've actually gone down, they're smaller, so you can't actually fit your hand in it anymore. But and the chips are smaller too, so really, are they actually, like, who's the winner here?
Yeah, who wins in the price war that is, you know, the marketing now? I mean, they drop it 10 cents and they'll parade that like it's a big deal. Is it really though, Denver?
Oh, some of those products are pretty interesting. I saw one that spoke about the air. They get air, they harvest air right here in New South Wales from the Blue Mountains and Bondi. They send it over to Hong Kong, and the people there love it because there's a lot of air pollution. They take a couple of breaths and they feel a lot better.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, I guess it really isn't news that big companies have been ripping off customers. But, moving on. There has been some controversial news on social media this week. Brandon, talk us through what all the fuss is about there.
An Australian rugby player has been accused of racism after he posted a photo of himself dressing up as an Aboriginal man holding a bottle of petrol and a fake spear. Ex-Manly Marlins player Fabio Natoli posted the offensive picture on Instagram with the caption, "Every now and then you just need to culturally enrich yourself and get in touch with your dream time." Aboriginal rapper Briggs shared the photo with his followers saying, "Goose of the day goes to the white guy with dreadlocks." Shortly after, Briggs shared the photo on Instagram and Facebook, hundreds of people began to leave angry comments. On Tuesday, Natoli took to Instagram to apologise, saying that he had dressed up for an Australian-themed party. Shortly after the photo was shared, several other Instagram posts surfaced in which Natoli had made offensive comments against Indigenous people. Underneath another Instagram post, Natoli wrote, "Nothing more Australia than playing in Darwin in front of these Aussie citizens," followed by the hashtag block your nose and lock the car. This behaviour is absolutely disgraceful in my opinion, but I'd like to know your thoughts on this. What do you think about his comments, guys?
Obviously, it's an absolute disgrace for anyone to be so racist and bigoted on social media and in general. It's a scary thought that we live in a society where people think that this is okay. People do things on like a Mad Monday. You get knocked out of finals, or you go out for a few drinks or something. But this is next level sort of stuff.
As an Aboriginal person myself, I find myself surrounded by racism a lot of the time, whether it's unintentional or like by ignorant people. For example, he's obviously posted this photograph on Instagram, and he thinks it's funny. Maybe he thinks that it's funny, but without being racist at all. And that's what happens today in today's culture, is that there's so much humour and people just make up jokes and stuff at the vulnerability of other people's expenses without maybe knowing,
And there's no excuse here. I mean, like it said in the story, he's had previous objections to this sorts of... He's been posting this recently. I mean,
if you
this is not new.
apologise only after you get caught, are you really apologising?
Exactly.
If you've been doing it like a repeat offence, then I mean, and you only apologise once you get caught, that's not even a real apology. That's so fake, It's wrong.
And it's sad to see someone with such a big following on Instagram or something on social media and having, that power and then using that to, So.
Well, Brennan, do you think maybe a formal apology is in order? Something a bit more substantial than that?
I feel like he's done what he thinks he needs to do. I feel like he's done what society thinks he needs to do. I think more on how it's going to be a reflection on the rugby club itself.
That's a good point.
He doesn't represent all of them, but obviously people are going to take this on board.
Yeah, it's a social thing, he's kind of condemning a lot of people without really knowing it, and it's a very sad situation there. And like we've all said, we all have Aboriginal friends, Indigenous friends, and for them to see this kind of stuff floating around social media, it's nowhere near desirable. You cannot do it. Please, if you're watching this, take a note from this book and do not do this, okay? From one end of the spectrum to the other though, Denver, I believe you've got some interesting story to tell us.
I certainly do. If you haven't noticed yet, I've gotten myself a pretty snazzy haircut from a pretty cool dude. Here's his story.
5 years ago, Jason Elgali was in a very different place. He spent 18 months behind bars, and it was there that he discovered his love for barbering. After setting his life back on track, he now encourages young offenders to make the right decisions when they get back into the outside world.
So we're full of kids down at the juvie. I go down there once a month and cut their hair, sit down and we may talk about some deep stuff or stuff about what I've done, and I get to give them a good cool haircut to make them feel good, because in a time like that you need something to make you feel happy. For me it's just to get in there and give a good haircut and to share my experiences. The kids may ask questions about their own families, and I ask, have your friends been here and seen you? And that sort of sparks a little something in their mind, like, oh well, I thought they'd be here for me. I'll just sort of leave that with them, and then they go out thinking, I walked away from this haircut far out. You learn to grow and become your own person, I think, when you go through experiences like that.
Do you see yourself as a role model for the kids that you go speak to in juvie?
I think every barber does, to be honest. Even the barbers here, even myself when I go to the juvie, you're cutting someone's hair, you're having that time with them for half an hour to talk about something. Oh man, I always lived by the term, boys make excuses but men make changes. You can always be a boy and keep making excuses, or you can be a man and make a change. I found that when I was inside, and I kept saying to myself every time I'd get out and get in trouble, I'd make an excuse. Until you want to be classified as a man, you got to make that change.
If you would like a great haircut with a personal touch, you can find Jason at Ross C's Barbershop on Baylor Street in Wagga.
It's great to see such selfless people in our wonderful community. His story has such a high social value and a fantastic message. What do you guys think of Jason's efforts?
Oh, I mean, it's absolutely fabulous, isn't it, to see such a redemption story? Someone being through so much turmoil, being at a younger age, and then growing up. Obviously, had his troubles, but it's great to see a redemption story like that. It's lovely to see him and taking that back into the community as well. I think
it's good to see that you can be in such a down place, but then come back up, and he has a passion now, and he's sharing it with others and teaching younger boys and stuff, like lessons that he's learned. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's great him giving back to the boys in juvie. It's exactly what the community needs to let them know that it's not always going to be as down as where they may be.
Exactly. Life gets tough sometimes, and we go through things that are tough to get out of. And obviously, it's no different with this gentleman. And he's found a way to but he's taken a negative in his life and he's made it such a positive that he can, not just for himself, but for other people, Denver, you were telling me earlier about his family.
Yeah, speaking from experience, meeting the guy, he's such a sweet guy. He's got a wife, 2 kids, and he's really turned his life around, and that's amazing to see. And it's even more amazing to see him trying to do the same for younger people so they don't make the same mistakes that he did.
Yeah, exactly. And and that's the sort of story that I think we'd like to cover more on these sorts of shows. I mean, we covered, this, unfortunate piece before, and now we get to talk about something like this, which is so much better for us to talk about, and as a community, we want to talk about this sort of stuff. I think it's great. But coming up, has E.T. recently dropped in for a visit? Find out next on In the Loop.
Hot and cold flushes that confuse you. I am the tightening of your chest. I am the snowballing worries that become an avalanche. So, do you think you know me?
Meet the Freemans. Mum loves comedy. Jen loves reality.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dougie loves drama. Which is why they all love Freeview. It gives them more choice of the best TV, absolutely free. And Dad likes to be in control with catch-up TV on Freeview Plus.
Just pick a channel, will you?
So, are you keeping up with the Freemans? Find out at freeviewplus.com.au or your local TV retailer.
Don't wait till you graduate. At CSU, you're not just learning it, you're living it.
Welcome back to In the Loop. As we've been learning very clearly lately, the internet is a marvellous place. Last week we saw Tom Hanks crashing a wedding and watched a Japanese DJ dance ridiculously to a very strange song. But this week, Alex has some details about a US man who had a near-death experience with a grizzly bear. Alex.
On Facebook this week, you may have come across a video posted by US man Todd Orr. His story isn't for the faint of heart. The 50-year-old was enjoying a solo hike this week in the US state of Montana when he was attacked by a grizzly bear. Bitten and bleeding, Orr managed to start back down the trail towards his truck, only to be attacked again by the same bear a few minutes later. The encounter left him mangled and drenched in blood. We must advise that some viewers may find the following footage disturbing.
Yeah, life sucks in bear country. Just had a grizzly with 2 cubs come at me from about 80 yards, and I sprayed the shit out of her with bear spray, and then I went on my face and protected the back of my neck. She got my head good. I don't know what's under my hat. My
Obviously, quite a distressing video. I think it's safe to say that we're all glad that he made it out alive. But incredible story. What do you guys think?
It is. It's an absolutely incredible story. I mean, this guy survived a bear attack. It's rare enough, hearing that over here. I mean, obviously it circled the web on social media in Australia, and so people saw a lot of it. But, like you said, not my best day, but I'm still alive. Isn't that amazing?
Insane, and he was just so chill about it too. Like, get a video. I don't know what I'd do if I got attacked by a bear, but I would not be doing a video. Actually, no, I probably would be Snapchatting.
Oh, come on.
But that's insane. He was so chill about it too, and then he goes on to say, not my best day, but I'm alive.
Yeah, very calm about it.
I'd be taking a good hard look into a lawsuit against that bear spray company because it didn't work too well.
We should have some test runs. Denver, I want to give it a go.
Yeah, and quite a disturbing fact. It's actually an average statistic that 4 grizzly bear attacks take place every year in the national parks in America. Isn't that just insane?
How many of them are so lucky?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, as lucky as him, he was attacked once and then attacked again.
Yeah, twice.
It's just lucky that he made it out of there. Barely.
So here's one for the skeptics out there. Do aliens exist? Who knows? But we do know that there have been numerous UFO sightings over the years, and a new vision of a UFO has been circulating over the internet lately. Onlookers in an Irish town found themselves rubbing their eyes after witnessing a police car chasing a flying saucer through the streets. After a low-speed pursuit, witnesses saw police pull the craft over to discover a very worldly explanation. The flying saucer was in fact the work of an Irish artist, Ali Kamal Ali, who created the unique piece for a youth and arts festival. Mr. Ali revealed he had roped in police for the stunt to drum up interest in the space-themed show. Police saw the funny side of this at his request, and video of him giving chase has since been viewed almost 1 million times. I've seen some crazy things on Grand Theft Auto, guys, but at this stunt, at that speed, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think the first thing we need to discuss is it had wheels, guys. The UFO had wheels. I'm just pointing it out. It had wheels. Okay. No.
It would have got me. I'm just saying.
It's yeah. I mean, it's very nice of the police officers to allow this stunt take place in the street, and it's promoting a good cause.
Imagine being in your car though and just looking up and being like, okay. Right.
It's so slow.
Yeah.
Guys standing there, it's like, it's so slow.
What did they call him for? Was it speeding? I don't know. Was it a school zone maybe? Because that was, it's pretty incredible that the police get involved in something like that. It's terrible story. No, but it's good to see a good way to promote, such a good thing. It's a youth art festival, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, it's a Science Youth Arts Festival.
Yeah, so
scientific one.
No, very, very interesting.
It was good. They were such a good sport about it too, and they actually weren't serious. I'm like, well, you can't do that. Like, good on you, Irish police.
Get involved.
Okay. On to something a little fluffier. A video of a cute koala has gone viral this week on social media. This marvellous marsupial named Willow was being filmed for an upcoming video when her shoot was taken over by a butterfly. Simbo Wildlife Park were recording several segments for an upcoming film about its sustainability initiatives when Willow's priceless reaction was caught on camera. The video is only a few days old and has over 7.5 million views on Facebook alone. How cute is that, guys?
That is very adorable. Yes. I've actually, I don't know about you guys, I've actually never been confronted with a koala. I've never met one, never been to a zoo, never done any of that. Tell me, are they as adorable in real life as they are on camera?
Look, I can't remember. I don't know if I've seen one either.
Yes.
Oh, no.
They are.
Are they?
They're very cute.
They're very cute?
Yep.
Fun fact, that's not cute. Apparently, koalas pee have chlamydia. I'm just
Oh, come on.
Fun
Look,
fact.
now,
So just be careful,
look,
guys.
all right, now I want some fact checks on this, all right?
No,
I
you
don't
can't.
believe it. She said this in the rehearsal.
If you have a phone
I
on you,
don't believe
Google it.
Someone in
Please.
the audience do a quick Google
Twitter
search
in the
on
loop.
that
It's
one.
not true. I want a fact check, and I want it
He's
now.
pulling my
okay?
leg. He knows it's
Yeah,
true.
no, I know. Okay.
Koalas are very interesting animals. They feed their young something called fecal pap. If you don't know what that is,
What's
look
that?
it up.
Can you tell us?
That just sounds disgusting.
You will be very unpleasantly surprised.
Oh, my
Can you give us
goodness.
what is it?
No, I'm not saying that on
Yeah,
air.
nasty.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness, guys, come on.
I'm going to do that
no,
as soon
yes,
as I get
it
home.
was a very cute creature until we just made it terribly morbid. But don't forget, guys, if you'd like to have your say on all of these topics, you can let us know what you think through our Twitter handle @InTheLoopCSU. Now, I think it's time to play a little bit of a game.
Oh my God,
Now, guys, all right. I've got a couple of different clips of audio I want to play for you guys. Now, and each of you have to tell me what you think it is. All right, now, everyone pay attention. Here's the first clip. Now, what on earth could that be? Guys, what do you think? Let me know.
I think it was you at Oktoberfest, friend, on Wednesday night.
Okay, now that's just not true. I was there for an hour.
That's
An
not
hour. I didn't do anything silly, all right?
Okay,
What-
I have a
what do
feeling
you-
I've seen this video,
Oh,
so I think I
okay.
know what it is. But
Oh, Alex knows.
Well, I reckon I know
Don't
what
ruin
it
the
is.
game,
Can I just
Alex.
say what I think it is?
Oh, okay. What do you
Oh,
think?
let Brandon guess.
Brandon guess.
Brandon go, you go
Brandon
first.
guess.
Sorry.
It sounds like an animal. Maybe it's the koala.
Oh, the koala from before, maybe.
Okay, I think it's a dog. I think it's a husky in a water bowl. I don't know if it's true or not,
Oh,
but
jeez. All right, let's have a look and find out what that was.
oh damn it! I was so close. Okay, I was way off, but
All right, guys.
Missing the
Now,
water bowl.
all right, guys.
different video.
I've got one more for you.
Go,
Pay attention.
Okay.
All right. Now, I hope your ears are okay, guys. I hope that wasn't too hard. What do we think?
Honest
I don't know
guess?
what the hell
Honest
that was.
guess.
When you get a balloon, you fill it up with air, and then you like hold the little things apart, and
Yeah.
the little air comes out, really high pitched squeak.
It sounded like a
bad.
really
I could be
bad
wrong, but I never
fart.
am.
Like-
You're never wrong. No, it's true. You'll find out on this show that Denver is never wrong. Brandon, what do we think? What do you reckon?
Honestly, it sounds like me trying to get out of bed in the morning.
Me too, actually.
Yeah,
sometimes,
maybe.
yeah.
Alex, any ideas?
Oh, it sounds like a fart.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
Kind
we're
of does.
higher
On in the
brows
loop,
than that. We are
really?
higher brows
That's what we
than
got.
that.
Sorry.
High, yeah,
Sorry.
good work. Okay. Well, all
just
right,
being
now,
honest.
guys, let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I don't even care. I love it. Is it a frog?
Is that
It looked like
frog?
a
I
balloon.
think it was a
don't know.
frog.
We're moving on, all right?
I don't want to move on.
We briefly heard from a dishevelled Farron earlier tonight, but yet again, we've still got no clue about her weekly surprise. Farron, what on earth happened to you?
Oh, you might call me dishevelled, Nathan, but your words won't hurt me. I think I'm beautiful. And if you want to recreate this makeup look, just watch the tutorial coming up.
Can't wait to get back to it. See you after the break, guys. But tune in here on In the Loop.
There's many different ways that you hear I have cancer, whether it's a friend, a family member, whether it's a work colleague, but eventually in our lives we will hear those words.
I'm here, but I lost many people. I lost my mum and I lost my best friend's twin sister last year, and all her family are walking today.
Mate, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought there was time.
He's just pulled out. I don't have time to stop.
Well, come on, mate. It was a simple mistake.
I don't know if I was going a bit slower.
Please. I've got my boy in the back.
I'm going too fast. I'm sorry.
Hello again, everyone. If you're just joining us or you'd like to see anything again from tonight's episode, you can go to our YouTube channel where we will be uploading tonight's episode, so make sure you check it out. Now, before the break, we spoke to Farron, and she didn't really look too impressed. Farron, did something go wrong on your way to the show? Tell us about it.
Hi guys. Today on my way to the show, the producers gave me a bit of a challenge and I kind of found it a little bit more difficult than I thought I would. Check it out. I'm known around the world for my style and glamour. So this week, the producers of In the Loop asked me to do a challenge. They said, do your makeup in 2 minutes. I said, that's easy. They said, fine. Do your makeup in 2 minutes in the back of a car while navigating the potholes of a dirt road. And I said, challenge accepted. Meet my driver, Luke. Let's go. Onwards, noble steed. Alright, so it's very important to moisturise. We don't really have time to do like a lot, so we'll just do that for now. And then get a nice natural coverage with the foundation. You just really want to get like your problem areas, which for me is here and pretty much everywhere. Oh, my head. And just like generally my face is a problem area. And then you just want to, I don't know what this is for, but like we'll leave that for now. We'll get like a bit more moisture, moisturizer, and blend. Blending is always important, no matter how much time you have. We'll just check up on this for now, and yeah, looking good. We'll just spread this out a bit. Mascara, it's a bit difficult when you've got too much moisturiser, so we'll just leave that for now. And a bit of eyeliner. Okay, looks like we're going for the smoky look today. And finish the look up with some lipstick, I guess. Holy sh**. Oh my god. So if I die, everything goes to my dog. I love you, darling. This is the colour for me, I think, today. And just nice and natural, you know. Kind of just looks like my regular lips, I guess. I don't even know. Oh, this is some hand sanitizer, so like you don't want to get all that gross makeup all over your hands, so gotta stay clean. Oh my god, I just lost my ring, and we don't actually have any powder with us today because it went everywhere, and I'm kind of sitting on the moisturizer, and I'm sorry, Luke, your car's now. This is the worst thing I've ever done, but like, hey, I still look good, don't I? And if you've messed up the eyes a bit, all you need to do is just put your face into the wind and it'll dry it off and like it'll look fine, trust me. And then if anybody questions you, just put on your Lady Gaga sunnies and like, it's all good. Are we almost there? Thanks, Trevor. Home sweet home. Yeah, it's a little different to my normal look, but I think I can make it work. You'll be seeing this in Vogue next year, trust me.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Farron. Incredible stuff there. Guys, I've got to ask, ever had to be in a bit of a rush, had to get some makeup on? I mean, I know I've had to do it for the show, obviously, but I've never had to do it in the back of a car. I mean,
it's hard. Like trying to put it on like already, like if you got 5 minutes or something, 2 minutes there.
Yeah.
And then in the back of a car, Farron, you got skills, girl.
Farron I think she did a pretty amazing job, guys. What do you think?
Talk about suffering for your art, hey?
Yeah, it is incredible stuff.
It's quite a bold look, but I think she pulls it off.
Yeah, she said the smoky look, right?
Yeah.
It's very interesting style to choose, Farron. I know you had a lot of trouble getting through that, but we really do appreciate that. So thank you very much.
I'm just making sure that you're cool to give everything to your dog and your will. I saw.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll take your stuff.
Charlie got a little shout out there, her boyfriend as well.
That's all right. All right, guys, we're going to have to leave it there. Glad you got here on time, Farron. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for being such a great roaming presenter for our show.
Thank you, guys. I've had a lot of adventures and I'm going to miss it. And don't worry, the makeup look will catch on.
I trust you, Farron, and we'll see you soon. And with that, our show is again coming to an end. As always, I'd love to thank our panellists tonight, Alex Leon, Denver Nordia, and the very charming Brandon Loftus. And obviously, I've also got to thank our lovely studio audience for coming along and making this show so enjoyable for all of us here. Thanks, guys.
And do remember to hit that like button on our Facebook page. We'll be uploading tonight's show in HD on there as well.
And if you guys have any comments or compliments, you can tweet us at InTheLoopCSU.
Now, last but not least, on behalf of all of us working on this show, including all the crew hidden away in dark corners of the studio and in the control rooms, we'd like to thank all of our lecturers and support staff that have been integral to our studies for the past 3 years here in Wagga. Without them, we wouldn't be doing this show and giving it our all every week, so please give them a massive round of applause. Geez, studying here at CSU has been an amazing experience for all of us here on In the Loop. If you're interested in learning about how to study here at CSU, check out csu.edu.au. And we hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you and good night.